The Tangent Egg podcast is aimed at a mature audience. It contains themes that are not appropriate for all listeners. It's important to note that we are not experts. We routinely have no idea what we're talking about and are just three idiots sitting around a table. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome to Tangent Egg podcast. I'm Seth, and as always with me are Swoosh and John Doe.
Hi.
Hello!
Right, before we get into the episode, I got two things I wanna cover off. One is an update to something from last week, which was the Marvel Rivals thing where their director got fired.
Yay.
Yeah, that didn't happen. So, the team did get fired. They're a small support team of 9 people in Seattle. The actual game director is and has always been a guy in China.
Yeah.
So, and I'm not saying this is okay because, people still lost their job. That's still bad. I still don't wish them ill will. But it's like, yeah, I hate to say it, but when you're a 9-man team doing support work...
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not as big as everyone expected it to. Like, I thought it was so much more. Like 100 or so people.
The guy called himself game director.
Yeah.
So that makes it feel like you're the head of the team.
Guaranteeing he was just like the assistant to the assistant manager.
Yeah.
Well, apparently he was the head of the Seattle team.
Yeah.
So he could theoretically call himself the director of that team if he wanted to.
He was the head chef at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's more like if, say you run a department, and then you go, you and you, go do this, and one of them goes, I'm a manager now. Like,
yeah.
Just
I'm managing a task.
You're not a manager anymore. That's what he feels like. He feels like the kind of thing where it's like, oh, I can call myself director because I'm the head of this studio? Well, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a LinkedIn buffer. That's adding padding to a LinkedIn.
But still, it's bad that they lost their jobs. But yeah, it wasn't actually this insane, catastrophic, how the fuck is this game going to continue?
Yeah.
No. The actual team and the director of the game are still working on it in the much, much larger team back in China.
Yeah. They were just being a support, call center, essentially. They're taking things from people. And now this is going to go through to China instead, which half it already did.
And the second thing, and I'm going to freely admit, I'm about to be baited. Because the kind of people who have been posting this shit definitely don't give a shit, and it's all shit stir. But I'm getting really fucking sick of seeing videos dragging Avowed.
Yeah, I have seen a lot of them, and I am yet to find a credible fucking gripe.
Well, the gripes they have are just so stupid.
Yeah.
I can't knock all the plates off the table, but I could do that in Skyrim.
Yeah, and it's annoying as fuck.
Cool, they have all this clutter on the table. Woo, it doesn't do anything. Cool, I can knock it over, but no one reacts. It doesn't mean anything.
But you know what I can do now in Avowed is just mash the pickup button and not fill my fucking inventory with shitty plates and get in trouble for it.
Yeah. I don't need to get hunted because a fucking chicken see me.
Yeah. Hell, I don't even think there's theft in Avowed.
There isn't.
I'm just taking shit. No one cares.
It's just this overwhelming thing where it's but these games did this stuff previously. Okay, cool. You want to do this? Fine. I can make that same video with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't kill NPCs. Well, I can't kill any NPCs in Round Table Hall. Oh, you can't knock anything off tables. Can't do that either.
Yeah.
It's just what are you talking about? Not every game needs these features to be good. It just feels like people looking for things to gripe about.
Oh, definitely. It's the Skyrim fanboys trying desperately to cling as being the top tier.
I think it's less that and more that, it's all part of the games industry sucks now grift.
Yeah.
Well, I can do all that and more in Starfield, so Starfield must be better than Skyrim. Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we all fucking know that's a lie.
Fucking oath.
No, that's one of the most common comments I've seen on these videos. Is people going, I can do that in Starfield.
Yeah.
You're dragging a game that's doing fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad game. I've enjoyed it.
Oh, I've loved it, yeah. I'm pretty sure second to last or last area.
I mean, I managed to start a build where it was like, well, I've got a handgun in one hand and a spear in the other.
Yeah.
And an arquebus is my second weapon, so it's like, shoot with the arquebus, start shooting with the pistol, reload, shoot with the pistol, charge in with the spear, shoot with the pistol. Oh, you're stunned, are you? Big damage move. It just feels great.
I found a mace that just does a shit ton of like poison damage to things.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's amazing. And when I crit with this thing, it does the that little black hole that sucks in enemies.
Yep.
So it's great. I then just have a bunch of enemies floating around like it's like a piñata. I love it.
It like they keep treating it. Oh, and then like they don't want to. They want to somehow be like it's not an RPG.
It's very much an RPG.
Well, because to them, what an RPG is a game where you create the role for yourself.
No. The role is predefined. That's why it's a role-playing game.
Well, a role-playing game can be a game where you define the role for yourself. Or you could inhabit a role. The important bit is that you have some agency in the plot. Which you do. And you can have all kinds of ways you can talk and interact with people. It's a role-playing game.
The way I can only see people complaining about the whole not being able to kill NPCs thing, and even then, it's barely a gripe, is I've done a few things where I've gone through and made decisions, and I'm like, it's cool, I'll side with this person. Kill him after, like, early on. And I'm like, then I've realized, I can't do that. My decisions have lasting consequences. I can't just murder my way out of this.
Oh no, consequences in a story!
At which point, I changed the way I played. I stopped doing that. Like, alright, I'm going to stick with my decisions. I'm not going to save scum. I'm just going to make a decision and go. And you make some heavy decisions as you play through that game.
Man, it sounds like you're having some kind of experience where you're making decisions and creating a role.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's almost like I'm invested in this fucking story. I don't, if I'm playing these games, I normally spam through conversations. Get me back to the action. I'm actually paying attention. I'm invested in this. There are NPCs I really fucking hate and I can't kill. Because given the chance, I would. But it would ruin the story. So the game has gone, alright, no, you can't do that. I'm like, fuck! So it's making me really look forward to killing them.
But it is making you have that ability to actually develop that hate for them. Just to keep showing up in the story. Not, I don't like this guy, stab.
There's one character, later on, who's essentially their version of Baba Yaga. And it's like, this person is crazy. They seem personally, very reasonable to me. And everyone else is going, this person seems, pretty reasonable. It's like, they're insane! What happened here? Why are you both so separate?
Yeah.
Why do I agree with the scary Russian fable?
But according to these people, we're just enjoying this fucking slop that the games industry is shitting out these days.
I fucking wish this was, the level of slop we were getting. If this was the level of slop we were getting, I wouldn't have been complaining about it.
Yeah.
I'd be tying the bib on every day, fucking bring it on.
Yeah, but it's not. We don't get games like this all the time.
No, there is actual slop out there, and it should be called out for being slop. There's no fucking doubt about it in the world there. But at some point, everyone's got to get off their high fucking horse trying to call the next big thing as fucking slop and just enjoy what you're fucking playing. Even if it is slop and you enjoy it. Game. Cool, good luck to you.
Just recognize a good game when it comes along. It's, a pat on the back for the guys who made it. It's fucking do more of this. If we continuously rip down every single game for no apparent reason, we're going to get nothing but slop, because they won't care. I don't know why these people think this is a smart thing to do.
Well, or what they're even hurt about. If they complain enough, we'll go back to the good old days of good games.
Were there good days?
Dude, they're myopic. They fucking hate woke shit and everything's bullcrap, and their explanation is so vapid it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
I have seen some things pop up. There's woke culture in Avowed. I was like, the only time I have ever I noticed it was during one thing in was it Shadowscarp or whatever the fuck it's called. But there's a thing, the person there who refers themselves as lay, and it's like, alright, cool. I didn't notice until it became, like, weirdly up front for a second, at which point I'm like, okay, next characters.
Yeah, it's like, oh, cool, that's your pronoun move. Moving on with my day, this affects me in 0 directions.
Right, at character creation,
and I'd hardly call that woke.
In like character creation, it gives you the option of selecting your pronouns and hiding them. It doesn't matter. You can choose whatever one you want.
Yeah.
So these people have to be actively searching for this to be angry.
Yeah, no, they are. Stuff like that is why they think the game is woke, and by being woke, it's garbage, and that means it's part of the garbage side of the game industry.
Yeah. It's dumb.
Why can't we go back to the days where things weren't woke? Okay. What do you want? Garbage games? Because that's all you're going to get if all you want is the one thing. You have to let the other things happen.
You're going to need to go back to 16-bit pixels that you can't identify.
Yes. Absolutely.
I mean, Thomas was alone.
Ah, fuck yes. Proving that even, like, the graphics don't matter. It's all about story.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, it's like, well, those squares have genders, so...
Yeah.
But they only have genders because they were assigned.
I don't like the new culture of people just ripping down games for the sake of it.
Look, if there's something wrong with them, by all means, go for it. I will freely admit some of the writing in Avowed's a bit wonky. It could be better. It definitely could be punched up a lot better. But it's not enough to be like, oh man, the writing in this game sucks.
Yeah.
It's perfectly serviceable.
Like, occasionally there's like a couple of things where it's like, I don't like any of these options, and I have to choose one. Alright, I'll go with the one I hate least. It doesn't happen often, though.
The game world's great. The combat feels good. I love the variety and way I can set up my character. Fucking, it's not 1% incremental increases in my abilities like fucking Skyrim.
Yeah. The one that I saw popping up was like people going on about, you know how like there's wands that you can use.
Yes.
And they're like, oh, it's just the same graphics as what is it? The Hogwarts Legacy. It's just that, but Hogwarts is better. It's like, choose the game you like and keep playing it. Yeah. I'm not going to stop you. But stop comparing every game to it. Like, I love Ratchet and Clank. I do not expect every game to use their mechanics.
Yeah. I'm
Ratchet and Clank, but it's no Banjo-Kazooie.
I'm big into all the Souls games. I don't expect every character action game to be a Souls game.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want that. I want variety in what I can play.
I want to try other things.
If I hadn't tried it, I'd never played Lies of P, and that turned out to be an amazing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, it's slightly a Souls game, so it is in my wheelhouse, but it's much more closer to a character action game than it is a Souls game.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. But yeah, that was my mini little thing. I've just been seeing it a lot lately, and it's like this. I don't think this is fair. Oh, one of them that were comparing the launch numbers of Avowed on Steam to another game, and that other game was a free to play.
Yeah.
The game with no entry barrier has more players on launch day. I fucking wonder why.
Who'd have thunk it? Like, it's a mystery, guys. We won't figure it out in our lifetime.
Yeah.
But, like, no, I have also seen that massive uptick in people just shitting on Avowed, and it has also annoyed me. So, I will validate you on this.
Which is particularly annoying, if I recall, like, I'm gonna check, because I don't want to say this and be completely wrong.
Occasionally we do research.
It's mostly positive on Steam.
Yeah.
That's 77% of people think that this game is really good.
It's because the game slaps. It's fucking great.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
At some point, we should just like pick a really good game and just go through the 1-star reviews and see if any of it's actually valid.
I mean, do you want to do it right now? I have Avowed open.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's check out the 1-star reviews for Avowed.
Okay, let me change over to rating.
Are we turning into a Reacts fucking podcast?
Fuck yeah.
You know what the plan is for the rest of this episode.
I know.
Look, we haven't started talking about cookies yet. We're doing fine.
Okay. This one's from a guy who actually refunded the product.
Oh.
This game is okay. I don't feel like people understand it's a $70 game when they defend it. The world is empty. NPCs don't move. You can't interact with anything unless it's predetermined. For $20, yes. For $70, absolutely not. This is way better than a $20 game.
Fucking oath.
Fuck yeah! Like, also, I don't think the thing's empty. Every time I clear bits out the map, I'm finding shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's not looking for things.
Oh, and I forgot about that other one where, like, oh, the NPCs don't walk around. You mean like the ones in Skyrim who just stand around who walk from their house to their job and then just stand there all day and then back to their house and then lie in bed. They're not doing anything.
Yeah, at least I always know where this NPC is going to be. Like, they can't get lost or stuck in an alleyway like in Skyrim. The amount of fucking quest-specific characters who disappeared in Skyrim because they just wandered off. It's fucking annoying.
There's this one. The game felt off, and I wasn't sure why until I saw a comparison to Oblivion, a game from 2006, and then it clicked. Avowed is static. The world feels dead. Every conversation and action is scripted, and outside of those scripted moments, nothing interesting ever happens. Guards don't react to anything. You can steal things and no one really cares. There are no unscripted conversations between NPCs. Attacking non-hostile NPCs does nothing as far as I can tell. He has made an edit here. There are no unscripted conversations between NPCs. The NPCs stand near each other, statically pretending to be talking to each other at all times. Not just when they are having a conversation, when the player passes by, creating odd, silent atmosphere. They have seemingly no schedule, making for poor immersion. The writing
really shit for immersion. 500 people trying to have conversations at the same time at the same volume.
The writing seems fine. Nothing horrendous there so far. The lore is good, but that is because this is in the vein of Pillars of Eternity 1 and 2. It's not in the vein of. It's in the same fucking setting.
I was going to say it's the exact same lore. Like, what the fuck?
They made Pillars of Eternity 3D, actually first person. And that's about it. It's still fucking static, like those games. Real time and fucking first person. That's it.
The character's somewhat bland so far, but perhaps too early to tell. Combat feels shallow, but entertaining enough for a while. But the game world being so dead and me realizing it sucks so much of the fun out. Also, not a fan of the loot system. Getting 1,000 basic wands or daggers and then just choosing one to upgrade over and over and over. Maybe the story will make up for it, but so far it feels too shallow. You telling me you didn't get 1 million of the same fucking loot in Oblivion?
Yeah.
I got so much of the same shit in Skyrim and Oblivion. Like,
but at least,
shit,
like, even this, you get 1,000 of the same thing, but they've got, some might have different fucking magic on them. There's different things. You picked up a wand in Oblivion, it's the same fucking wand, or it's the same fucking sword. Same stats, just flat.
Yeah.
So,
you can always just break down the shit. It's fine.
I mean, I'm having so much more fun with the combat in this because anytime I feel bored, I can just change what weapon I'm using and the entire playstyle changes. Sure as fuck doesn't happen like that in Oblivion.
No.
My sidearm has gone from being a dagger through to a sword to a axe, and now it's a fucking mace. I don't care. I'm a hit shit. It's gonna die.
It's like... But the thing is, like, the most negative thing he has to talk about is how the world feels dead because the NPCs don't move. That's most games, man.
Yeah. And most games, including Skyrim, have random NPCs sitting next to each other, miming talking.
Yeah.
Again, I'll point it out. Oh, does this mean that Elden Ring is bad? Their characters don't move. They just stand there and spat the same basic dialogue. Is that game shit now because its NPCs aren't super dynamic? It's just like, dude, what is wrong with you?
They're also looking at Oblivion and, like, Morrowind through rose-tinted glasses.
Yeah.
Like, I love those games in their time. Same reason way I love Skyrim in its time. But right now, they don't hold up.
No.
Like, they shouldn't be the yardstick anymore. We've progressed past that, guys.
Why aren't they still comparing games to fucking Baldur's Gate?
I don't know.
Because Baldur's Gate, the NPCs don't move anywhere, and I can't wipe all the shit off a fucking table. But the game is fucking amazing.
Oh, it's great. Honestly, I think this game might be on par with Baldur's Gate in my head. Like, they've both been made with the same kind of love and care to them.
I'm having probably a similar amount of fun. It's different fun, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They've done for, like, the hack and slash kind of RPG what Baldur's Gate did for...
I wouldn't go that far.
Mm.
But it's definitely like, it's a nice, beautiful world. I'm having a good time. I'm having a lot of fun. Why do you feel committed to tearing this down?
If nothing else, I'm just happy we have a colorful fantasy for, like, the first time in a while.
Yeah, oh, it's so pretty. Just so bright and colorful and pretty, man.
Actually, have you seen there's been a new released gameplay for Fable?
Yeah, I
The
did.
first
It
thing
got
is
pushed
them
back.
kicking a chicken.
Yeah. It got pushed back a year and they released a gameplay trailer.
Because I was looking at the gameplay trailer, the first thing that happens is they just run up and kick a chicken. I'm like, I'm in. It's just... If like, Zelda has taught me anything, it's just, don't kick the chickens. They will come for you. In the night. With many of them.
And just skimming through the rest of that, like, this is just the first page of reviews. Most of them are just like, not Skyrim, sucks.
Yeah. It
It's
honestly
like-
feels like the Bethesda fanboys have tried to, like, hate bomb it. But
Yeah,
it hasn't
kinda.
worked.
It's just weird, because they're just, like, they're not going, oh, it needs a more grand story like this, or this, or that. It's like, it's the most petty shit that they're bothered by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, most game, like, the thing that always kind of made Skyrim and Oblivion and Morrowind stand out was that they were doing these other different things. Morrowind was like, hey, pick all the items up. Oblivion, and I don't think everyone remembers how bad the system was there, had the life system where people would walk around, but that just made it more annoying to find your NPCs if you needed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Skyrim is like, yeah, you do realize Skyrim is the most simplistic of those games.
Yeah, because
It's
they've
not
built
gotten
in
better.
the never-ending quest system, or the Radiant quest system they wanted.
That and its skill systems were deliberately made more simple. Like, you go back and play something like Morrowind, and the skill system's incredibly complex, and then you go to Skyrim, and it's like, oh yeah, they made this really easy now.
Oh yeah.
They've been making those games more broad appealing every time they make another one. It's not getting better.
The big one for that is, to me, still the empty map thing, where it's like, no, it's not empty, man. You're not looking in the right places. Like, you are far too used to having a sparkly object every 3 fucking steps.
With a pointers, here it is. It's right here. Don't explore.
Yeah.
It's here. Here's your things.
I've gone running through Avowed and, like, gone through a side passage and eventually at the very end found a single chest. I'm like, fuck yeah, thing!
I mean, just wandering around chunks of map. Oh, hey, the objective's over there. I'm just gonna fucking wander around, go through this area. Oh, hey, clear out a couple of lizard camps. Fucking, oh, hey, some spiders. Let's do this. Wander through their caves for a bit. I just sort of follow my nose, and if I'm having fun, I keep going that way. If I'm not having fun, I choose a different compass point and go that way.
Yeah, the ADHD gremlins love this game, because it's like, ooh, what's that? What's over there? And then I run off and find things. But yes.
So,
I think
that
we
was...
agreed. It's a good game. Stop shitting on it. Don't be dicks.
Or if you're going to shit on it, have a good reason to shit on it.
Yeah.
Don't just wear into this void.
Like, don't trust me, bro, on this. I'm not going to trust you. Like,
So, that was supposed to be my 2 quick little rants, and we've just spent 23 minutes ranting on it.
look, we are very passionate people when it comes to biscuits and games we like.
Yes. When there's biscuit news, we'll tell you, don't worry.
It'll happen.
Unfortunately, things are continuing to be dominated by, Trump and his friends.
Are they friends?
Though Trump and Friends would be the shittest TV show.
No, it's basically, what was the Garfield and Friends, but instead of it being Orson the Pig, it's just Trump.
See,
No,
I can
it's
only
literally
imagine
Johnson
it's like,
and Friends.
Oh! He already looks like an accordion.
We've got an elephant who doesn't know what he's fucking doing. We've got a bloke who thinks he's a truck.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh, God. Who's the hot water bottle? It has to be the health minister at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And, the accordion isn't in it because there's no females in Trump's friends.
Yeah, that is true. They have just ditched a bunch of them from government jobs.
Yeah. But when you said Trump and friends, all I can imagine was it was just Elon and Trump going around trying to make sure JT Vance isn't fucking the couch.
He's never going to live that down, and I'm all for it. Especially after you turned up to the EU security summit and said, "You're the problem." Like, actually, you're the biggest threat to us. Please leave.
Yeah. So, I think we're just gonna, random smatter through these in no particular order because they're all fucking stupid and I have no interest in ranking them in any particular way.
We're just gonna shotgun it.
So, first up, fucking Trump being like, aha, the Ukraine started the war. No. No.
That has to be used as a dementia point for him, because, the shit they gave Biden, who I'm pretty sure was also going through dementia, this has to be a red flag for him.
No, it's not a dementia thing. It's just him siding with Russia.
Yeah. He's just...
No, if anything, it has to be a treason or fucking collusion thing.
Oh, definitely.
Certainly
at some
fucking
point,
feels that way.
I want him to look into, if it's actually a treason thing, if he switches over. It's getting a bit like that.
Next up was some TVs got hacked in a government building, and they played a video of Trump really sucking on fucking Elon's toes with "Long Live the Real King" plastered across it.
As non-violent protests go, fucking funny. I like that. It's a horrifying thing to watch. Do not recommend if you have eaten in the last few hours.
Yeah, it's really
or have any sort of gag reflex. Just avoid.
Yeah, he gets deep in them.
Yeah, it's like
it's both a testament and a reproach on how good AI is getting at the moment.
At some point, he'll have athlete's tongue.
Yeah.
So next one. Trump has started the process of coming for your guns.
Which is a fucking bold strategy in good old America land.
Yeah, he's doing it to help people.
Oh, yeah,
but is
to
he
help
really?
People, definitely. But, we're still going to make sure that kids have to wear bulletproof backpacks.
So, basically, what they're floating right now is if you, for whatever reason, decide to attempt to unalive yourself, and thusly committed in some capacity.
If you go on the police holiday.
Yeah, pretty much. Because they point out that, they're supposed to be in there for 72 hours, but people can get out within 24.
Yeah.
They might still be in crisis. They want to be able to let the cops go into those people's houses and take all the guns away.
Just all the guns. We'll leave all the knives and sharp things, though, because, you can't do anything bad with those.
Yeah, but the point here is Trump's entire backer base has been Second Amendment, don't touch me guns.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Trump's floating an idea in which he will walk into your house and take your gun.
Look, the Bible Belt is still trying to comprehend the tariffs. They can't handle this at the same time.
No, but if anything is going to make, America fucking more dangerous, because if someone is in a state that they've been institutionalized, they've been released, they don't have a gun at home, and they want to shoot themselves, they're going to go fucking suicide by cop. Which is going to put someone else at fucking danger, someone else have to fucking deal with it.
And then it's going to be the cops having to deal with it, and everyone's once again screaming.
Then they need to go and cause a big enough stir to get the cops to come there. So someone else will end up getting fucking hurt. Sure, they need, it's not just the fucking people that have been institutionalized that need to have the fucking guns taken away. God damn, they need to do so much more.
Let's not get into America really fucking needs gun control fucking discussion.
We could be here for days
broken in America at the moment. Jesus.
Yeah. All I'm bringing it up for is simply Trump has run on a backing of I'm not going to take your guns away, and now he's floating an idea in which he would be allowed to take your guns away.
Yeah.
And don't think for a second that if he floats this idea, well, then it's going to go into, you might be a little mentally unstable, and then something else, then eventually he's just gonna take your guns away.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want you to have guns.
It's the slow boil. You don't kill a frog by throwing them in the hot water. You slowly heat the water.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work. The frog jumps out of the thing. It's a faulty quote.
Not if I put a lid on it.
Still.
They're happy to go in if the water's cold and you put a lid on it. They're fucked. That's exactly what's fucking happened here. They've allowed him in, then he's put the fucking lid on, and now he's heating it up.
He's
you
fucking
can't
honey
get out anymore.
He's just honey trapped an entire country.
Certainly feels like it. So 21 people decided to quit Doge because they don't agree with what it's doing.
Not just don't agree, but they refuse to have to butcher critical infrastructure. It's like, okay, well done, guys. You finally grew a soul.
You grew a passion of a backbone.
Yeah. I imagine these were they must have been some of the older people who were looking after things, and I doubt that the children have left. They have too much free reign.
No, of course. I mean, come on. If you were 19 and someone gave you a job where it's basically you get to bulletproof do whatever the fuck you want, although I guarantee you, absolutely 100%, if anything goes wrong and Doge is going to take the fall, suddenly Big Balls is going to be the one running the whole thing, and it's going to be his fault, not Elon.
I mean, they're already doing that. Elon's not the one in charge. He's just a consultant for the president.
Yeah, so if it does go to shit and they're going to dump it all on Doge, Elon will he'll bail. I was never a part of it. I was just a consultant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've already set it up for the Fall Guy.
Oh, yeah. And the Fall Guy, he has to know. Fuck.
I don't know. He feels again, the fact that he's going still as a government agent by the handle Big Balls, I don't think that guy knows shit.
Yeah. It's not good. But there's questions if any of the stuff they've done is actually very illegal, and they're still trying to figure that out. So there could be a point where their government turns around going, actually, what you've done is highly illegal. All of you get to come to prison. Let's go. And now that Trump signed off all the things to send them offshore,
I was about to say, Trump will just be like, yeah, puns.
Oh, yeah, probably.
So, speaking of dumb shit, Trump decided on the official president Twitter to share an AI video of what Gaza could look like under Trump.
Gaza's Trump. Holy fuck, that is a surreal video. No way in fuck you thought that was a good idea, really.
Because it was a random person just made it in AI and posted it, but Trump's decided, I'm going to put this on, the official Twitter now. I was like, no, stop that.
And it, the fact that it has, impoverished people walking out of their destroyed homes into the bright, shining utopia that will be Trump's Gaza.
You really think those people are going to be fucking invited to walk anywhere near those gates? Jesus!
Oh, no.
Yes.
He wants
they will,
them out
because
of the
they need people to serve them dinner.
No, the automated turrets will nail them a long time if they get anywhere fucking near it.
The weird thing is, throughout the video, there's weird bits of Elon Musk eating, which was weird. There's a point of, I think it's Netanyahu and Trump sipping cocktails on the beach, which is massively bad because they don't drink alcohol. It's also banned in that area. It's like, what the fuck, man?
Giant gold statues of Trump everywhere.
I would not put it past him to have one of those somewhere in his house.
Absolutely. It's just this absurd
That's his blow-up doll. It's cold and lifeless, and he loves it. Because Ivanka's too fucking fast.
Just Melania.
Any of them.
As a dumb thing that you just, scroll through Facebook and go, oh, fuck, and move on. It's okay, that's fine. But, this is the official president Twitter put out by Trump. It's not like a hack or something. It's just why? Why?
Yeah. What decision, who let this happen? He has to have at least a couple of people checking shit, right?
It feels like there should be.
There should at least be one person with the phone going, no, Donald, we can't post that right now, maybe later. And then just hope he forgets. But,
clearly not.
Now, Donald, just push your red button again. Just makes a squeaky sound every time he hits it.
So Trump has floated his next big idea for making money in America?
Is
selling
it pulling
everything?
More Americans with crypto?
I mean, probably. But this one is to sell a gold card, which is like a green card. But you can only get it if you spend $5 million. And it comes with everything a green card does, plus something.
Yeah, an empty fucking wallet.
It has extra.
It comes with a personal handy from Donald Trump. It's just At
I'd
this
rather
point,
just a normal green card.
yeah. At this point, like, the American dream is well and truly dead, right? Like, the idea that anyone can go there and build their way up, that's gone. Now you have to, if you pay like $5 million, you can be a citizen. Instant fast pass.
If you've got $5 million, why the fuck would you want to go to America at the moment?
Right?
Well,
Fuck,
maybe if you're
I'd be
saying
bailing.
some kind of Russian oligarch that apparently he knows and are quite friendly.
Oh, yeah. So friendly. Like, the cartels are probably loving this idea. It's like, fuck, we can leave this like place and just go to the US and funnel shit from there? Yeah, let's do that.
It's just, it's bizarre as a weird choice. Like, I'm just gonna sell citizenship.
The question is, like, where's that money gonna go? Like,
Into Elon's pocket.
Say, Musk
Probably.
needs more bog roll.
he does. Ugh. America's just on fire.
It is, but
And that was...
it's a slow-moving train wreck that you can't fucking look away from.
It could be more on fire.
Yeah, it could. And it probably will. We'll just have to sit back and wait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all the big ones. There's probably more. I guarantee you there's more. But
Look,
as I
like,
said last week, there's only so much of this I can inflict on myself.
in the half hour we've made this like recording so far, I'm guaranteeing they've done something stupid.
Probably.
Mm.
So, speaking of, well, let's just get the depressing stuff out of the way before we do a little bit of fun. Warner Bros. Has shut down a bunch of studios.
I'm
They
glad
shut
they're
down-
doing so well and they have great things like the fucking Nemesis system and other things that fucking copyrighted. Fuck, I hate
Yeah.
Warner Brothers.
So they've
Fucking
shut down Monolith Productions, Player First Games, and Warner Bros. Games San Diego.
Ugh. Ah!
And as always, there's a nice corporate letter which is like, we're doing restructuring so we can more focus on delivering quality products.
But they never do.
No, there's an easy way they could do restructuring and make things better. Cut the top 5 rungs off the fucking ladder.
Oh, fuck yeah. They
Yeah.
double the amount of money they have available.
Yeah. And they'd still retain their fucking talent.
Hmm. Yeah, the ones who are actually meant to be making the fun and useful games.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll really admit I don't really know a lot about Player First Games and Warner Bros. Games San Diego, but Monolith has been cranking out winners for years.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
hell,
feels like a weird one.
they're the studio that came up with the Nemesis system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. Like, do they justify the closure of that one in any way, or is it just, oh, we're just restructuring?
I'll read you the company letter.
Yeah.
We have had to make some difficult decisions to structure our development studios and investments around building the it just says EST here, games possible with our key franchises. Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, DC, and Game of Thrones. Sorry guys, Game of Thrones' ship is so sailed it's not funny.
Oh, yeah, no, it's dead.
After careful consideration, we are closing 3 of our development studios, Monolith Productions, Player First Games, Warner Bros. Games San Diego. This is a strategic change in a direction and not a reflection of our teams or the talent that consists within them. The development
really
of...
want another yacht.
I fucking know. The development of Monolith's Wonder Woman video game will not move forward. Our hope was to give players and fans the highest quality experience possible for the iconic character, and unfortunately, this is no longer possible with our strategic priorities. You shut down the studio that was making it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what you did. It's not like, oh my god, some weird crazy shit has happened and we no longer have the Wonder Woman license. You shut it down. You did it. Stop making it sound like this is outside of your control.
Yeah, like you actively did the thing for this, guys.
This is another tough decision as we recognize Monolith's storied history of developing epic fan experiences through amazing games. Oh, so you acknowledge that they're one of your best studios and still shut the whole fucking thing down. We greatly admire the passion of the 3 teams and thank every employee for their contributions. As difficult as today is, we remain focused on and excited about getting back to producing high-quality games for our passionate fans and developed by our world-class studios, and getting our game business back to profitability and growth in 2025 and beyond. Then why did you shut down one of the best ones? Yeah, the line goes up shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I cannot stand anything. Oh, we're doing this for growth. Like, you've grown far enough. You're huge. Focus on making a better product. That will help you grow.
You're at the peak of the exponential growth. It's either decline, crash. They're your options.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so apparently Monolith was through some amount of production on that Wonder Woman game, and it's just all been shit canned. Studio's
I didn't know
gone.
they were making it.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate. That's a lot of people hitting the already destroyed market.
The Shadow of Mordor's Nemesis system is locked away behind a patent until 2036.
And I saw they'll re-up that patent.
Yeah, that's despite the studio shutting down.
Well, because Warner Bros. Did the patent, not Monolith.
Yeah, they would have transferred the patent to them regardless. Be like, oh, we're going to take this, but the rest of you can go away.
The fact that they won't let anyone else do something like the Nemesis system is just like, fuck you.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
Speaking of shit I hate, because it's been happening for a while, and now they're starting to get some news articles about it, although the articles are so soft about what's really going on. So the article I'm referring to right now says that there's now a cheeky surcharge on cash and card transactions on like weekends and public holidays. One, it's not cheeky, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 100% bullshit.
Cheeky should not be used for that. Yeah, it's fucking shit. Don't call it cheeky. You're just going to make us angry.
Yeah.
If your business needs 10% extra on every purchase to stay open on a Saturday, don't be open on Saturday.
It's a very simple equation.
Because if your margin's that razor thin, you got bigger problems than charging me 10% extra.
Yeah.
And if you're charging me 10% on cash, you can go and get fucked. Like, I'd spend that 10% on a fucking bottle of spirits and burn your fucking place down. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, because usually these days, it's just a 20% surcharge added to all products, not whether or not it's cash or card. Although I still think the card one's a load of crap.
Oh, fucking earth it is.
Yeah.
You're really that concerned about the 2 cents I'm having to pay for this transaction?
Yes, so very much so that we're going to have to charge you 500 times that 2 cents.
It's just like, what the fuck? Yeah. It's not eating into your profits like that. But
it could.
My point is, like, I've seen places with up to a 20% public holiday charge. It's just like, go fuck yourself. And places like Coles and Woolies have started doing it. I think we discussed it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, no, this is bullcrap.
Especially from, like, Coles and Woolies, who are multi-billion-dollar industry leaders. It's like, oh, no, we're going to throw this charge back to you. Like, no, fuck off. You make enough money. Pay your people a good wage and stop putting it back on us. We're already paying enough. Like, if it's a mum and pop, like, cafe, I can understand why they don't like surcharges or paying extra for, people to be on the weekend. But then you have to manage it. If you don't want to pay staff to be there, you're on the weekend shift. Do it yourself. Like, you have to pick and choose. You can't just be like, nah, everyone else pay for it.
But again, if across an entire Saturday, the extra 20 cents per purchase is what gets you out of the red, you've got bigger problems.
Oh, definitely.
If it doesn't affect you in any way, then you're just purely profiteering off people. Yeah. And that's crap. Just stop. Just don't do it.
Whoever wrote that article is also a piece of shit, calling it a cheeky fucking...
Yeah.
That is someone who's in the pocket of someone.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit.
So, it's just a cheeky little thing. No.
It's probably not someone necessarily who's in the pocket of someone, but it's probably someone for whom that percentage means nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, you jacked up the price because it's the weekend. It's the weekend.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bit cheeky.
Yeah. Not taking it seriously like people on, Centrelink and stuff where it's like, oh man, I can't afford something if it's the weekend. I just gotta not go out.
Yeah. I don't want to live on this planet anymore. But I also can't go to Mars because the fuckwits are going there next.
Alright, before we get to we start transitioning into the fun stuff. I think actually this one is kind of fun. It's basically Ubisoft self-owning again.
They're really good at that lately, aren't they?
Yeah.
So they recently added a Maori character to Rainbow Six Siege, and they set their birthday to be one of the biggest terrorist attacks in New Zealand.
They also noted they were born in Christchurch, which is where the terrorist attack happened.
Yeah.
51 people passed away that day, and they could have chosen any other day. They had to choose that one.
Yeah. You got a 365-day year, and you just had to pick any of the other 364 days.
I linked you guys a podcast in our group chat when we were looking through shit. And they raised a really good point. If they wanted to have an Easter egg for, Maori culture, why didn't they just use the birth date and location of the Maori Queen? Any of those kinds of things would be fine.
Well, I don't think it's an Easter egg that their birthday is a terrorist attack. I honestly think they probably very, unintentionally did this.
Yeah.
I think there is someone at Ubisoft that is trolling with a fucking calendar. But we're releasing a character, a game like this specific to a country. Let's throw a fucking date in there. This will be hilarious. Let's do a date in Japan that'll offend the entire country. Oh, let's do a Maori date that'll offend fucking everyone there.
I could see them doing it to try and catch it, because we've all worked in industries where people will put things through to see if they get caught. Just little side things to make sure the person who's checking your work is actively and properly checking your work. Sometimes those things get in.
I can't ascribe the malice to this. It just doesn't.
I don't think it was malice. I think this was someone just testing you. It's like, all right, I'm going to put this in. Steve will catch it.
No, but that's active malice. That's someone trying to do something. I don't think someone was trying to do shit. I think they legitimately picked a fucking day and then were like, shit.
But it would have just been a Google search and they could have fixed it. That would
require Google search.
Yeah.
Right, so do we want to start transitioning into fun things?
I like fun things.
Please.
So, my favourite one that's happened recently was a court section. This wonderful lass who's having to speak refers to the chairman as Madam Chairman. And he gets kind of grumpy about it and starts asking her to call him Chairman or Mr. Chairman.
Yeah.
And whatnot. At which point she points out, you guys all brought in policy, which means you can't compel someone to use your pronouns, so I'm just going to do what I do.
Yeah.
It's like,
best Uno reverse. It was fucking great. It's just no you. I love it.
So good. One that recently, while we've been recording, John Doe decided to throw in the chat, which I think is fucking great. In the Netherlands, an estimated 750,000 chocolate sprinkle and butter sandwiches, known as a hagelslag, are consumed daily. What the fuck are you doing, Netherlands?
They've got their own version of fairy bread.
I was going to say, it's just like a brown version of fairy bread.
It's fey bread. It's Underdark bread.
That's what it is. Oh, I love it.
Our fairy bread's gone noir.
Yeah.
No, we've got fairy bread, they've got fairy bread.
Yeah,
this is a very different thing.
Fairy bread's emo phase. Leave it alone. Don't judge.
We're summer court, they're winter court. That's how this works.
That's fair, actually.
Yes,
I'll give you that.
That is.
I was about to say, no fucking way the fairy one isn't the fey one isn't R one, but summer winter court. I'll pay that.
Yeah.
And so Australia has decided to discover a new spider.
Because we didn't have enough.
And it's a cousin to the funnel web, which is one of our biggest and most deadly spiders.
I love that we weren't content with finding a new spider. It had to be bigger and deadlier.
Yeah.
So it's a bigger version of the funnel web spider. It's about twice as big.
Terrifying.
And I don't care who the scientist
dreams.
is. I don't care who the scientist is. I fucking want to high five him for this.
Lost Seth. He froze on us.
Oh, god damn it.
There he is.
So, I would absolutely 100% high five the scientist who named this thing because they called it the Newcastle Big Boy.
Big boy!
It's just like, yes!
And you know where that's come from. Just as they've caught, oh, that's a big boy.
Yeah.
And that would have stuck from then on.
Or they've looked at it and gone, it's a Sydney funnel web, but bigger. We've got it in Newcastle. Hey, Sydney, look at this big boy. And that's just it.
Oh, God. The only thing that could make this worse if it had wings. Like, that's the only thing it's missing to make it the perfect, terrifying thing from Australia. Maybe a scorpion tail, but yeah.
The thing you gotta remember, though, is, like, the funnel web could already punch through boot leather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Thing could probably get through tanks.
Steel cap boot leather.
Basically, spiders, but we can't get through the steel caps. Make something big.
I'm just waiting for, like, a scientist next week who's been in fucking outback Australia fucking around, and a spider with wings just lands on his shoulders like, fuck.
I don't know, we've already found a couple of spiders with wings. One of them is in, I think, America, and one of them, I think, might be here.
There's spiders that can fly and glide using fucking webs and shit, but...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Spiders are mean. I don't like them. They're the closest thing to aliens that we have.
And yet you live in the country that has the largest number.
Yeah.
Yeah. The most poisonous and terrifying of all of them. The funnel web is the main reason I'll never live near Sydney. So
that and fuck Sydney. But sure. It's the spiders.
So, we just had the ID and Xbox thing, and I feel like we're just going to go through a quick few trailers since it's primarily indie stuff that was at the event.
Oh, so actually quality games.
Yeah. Double A and worth every penny.
Since this has all been hosted by AMG, there's also some TV show trailers in here. Yeah, let's go through it. First up is an extended trailer for Lives of P Overture, which is the expansion pack for Lives of P, which I'm pretty keen to play.
It's a very nice game.
It is pretty.
But, yeah, we already know about it. We've seen trailers for it. But, you know, the studio is indie who made it, so...
Yeah.
Next one is... It's just there's more card packs for Balatro. But the fact that they keep getting, like, big groups to keep making more card packs for them, it's like, man, like, a lot of people really like Balatro.
Yeah.
It's such a simple and fun game. I love it.
Next up with that is the Monster Hunter Wilds trailer. This is their big, fancy, sizzle trailer thing.
Look, I was already thinking of getting it because it's Monster Hunter. They don't need to sell it too much to me.
Yeah. I think that's why they didn't even put out, like, a crazy story trailer or something. They did, like, sizzle reel style.
Yeah.
You know, they sort of do sort of, like, something weird in the real world and then, like, have it bleed into the game and stuff. Like, you're going to be so immersed. It's like, yeah, that's fine. It's just a sizzle reel.
Yeah.
And, I mean, given that it comes out, tomorrow?
I think so, yeah.
Next up is Tron Catalyst.
Is this a Tron Battle Royale?
No.
I don't think it's a Battle Royale.
Oh, no,
I'm pretty sure it's an actual, like, top-down hack-and-slash single-player game.
Not gonna lie, it doesn't look amazing.
No, it doesn't.
The animation hurts me.
The thing that's really annoying is that I really love the aesthetic of Tron.
Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a game make me excited for Tron.
No.
Yeah.
Next up is...
Ratatan?
Yeah, well, I mean, I misread that title when I first watched the trailers, because it's the next Patapon game.
Ah, nice. It looks very fun and boppy, and I like it.
I mean, I played the previous Patapon games back on the PSP, and they were really fun.
Yeah.
They're just really chill, fun rhythm games.
Yeah.
But this one's got a lot of, brilliant style and very dynamic. It's like, it looks fun.
It reminds me of, like, Metal Slug. Especially when you get to, like, the crab with the ship on its back. It's like, I like this. This is fun.
Next up is Jump Ship, and this is something I kind of want to get you guys to play.
I think I accidentally sent you guys a trailer for this the other day.
This has actually been in my wish list since it was first announced.
Yeah.
I mean, 4-player co-op, and it doesn't say anything about PvP.
It's Sea of Thieves in space.
Yeah. I'm into that.
Fucking
play that.
I'm keen. We'll have to grab this and loop in some other people. I know we can definitely get angry playing this because he's wanting something like this for a while. Which means we can have a full ship.
And go on.
Although I like the fact that they caused the biggest kerfuffle at one point because they show one of the foods you can have is pineapple pizza. And everyone's like, how dare they? It's like, fuck you, pineapple deserves this place. It fought hard to be on pizza.
Next up is Hotel Barcelona.
What is this one?
Which just, like, it has sort of a crazy art style, but I'm not really clear on what the game's...
I have no idea what this is. It looks cool, though.
It looks weird.
It looks like you should not be playing this game on acid, I'll say that much. There's a lot of trippy effects.
I mean, it's got some, like, Metroidvania feeling stuff, but then, like, everything goes crazy and, like, breaks out of the usual play style. It's like, I feel like I want to see that game played before I could really decide if I wanted to...
Looking at it, I'd say the gameplay itself is very Metroidvania, but it's, like, has a lot of cutscenes of weirdness.
Yeah.
Next up is Descenders.
I do like a good Metroidvania, and they have a weird robotic baby.
Yes, they do.
Descenders
next up
is a snowboarding game.
Well, actually, Descenders is the push bike game, down the hill.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, but this one seems to be, it's all about boarding. So they do snowboarding and some sort of like off-road skateboarding as well. They've actually done pretty well with their game. So I actually have some faith in this. And I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit of a slut for skiing games.
I remember playing the old ones on Nintendo 64. They were pretty fun.
I actually played Descenders last night. I streamed it on an old Xbox hooked up to a TV just because I was downstairs and my PC was upstairs. And it actually wasn't too bad.
Nice.
They're usually reasonably punishing, but like they feel very rewarding when you really get them.
Yeah.
Next up is Moonlighter 2, The Endless World. Which, if you played the first one, looks like it's
playing
just
a bit
more
of Moonlighter 1. It was pretty entertaining.
Yeah. I'm going to go kill mobs and then sell their bits in my shop thing.
Yeah. It's a fun gameplay loop.
Yeah. Next up is Outbound, which just seems to be a chill game about driving around in the combi van.
I mean, I'm all for a cozy combi van.
Just sort of drive around, set up shop, set up sort of a little home base, and when you're done, you just sort of pack it all up and move your shit somewhere else.
Yeah. Could be fun.
Next up is the Buckshot Roulette coming to more platforms.
I don't think I'll ever play that game.
It's fun to watch other people play it, but I have no interest in trying it myself.
Yeah.
Moving on then. Next up is 33 Immortals.
Does that mean there's 33 characters?
Maybe. Certainly looks like they can be.
So, I'm assuming roguelike, but...
It's certainly
got a nice art style. Yeah, I like the art style for it. It's very nice.
If I hear good things, maybe.
I'll keep an eye on it.
This actually looks like it's a like there was a fucking Battle Royale Tetris, but it looks like the same thing for a bullet hell game. 33 people run into a bullet hell. That's just what I got from that.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
That's kind of.
I could probably chuff with that.
Next up is Rock Beasts, which appears to be some kind of story-driven game that has you managing a rock band.
It seems very BoJack Horseman.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. But as far as I can tell, it's not. I haven't found anything that says it's actually in
I don't
the same
think
setting.
I'm picking that one up.
Oh, I'm not. I have no interest in picking that up. Next up is The Lonesome Guild.
This is adorable.
Yeah. Yeah, it
How
is.
dare it be this adorable? That's not fair. Now I have to buy it.
Particularly if you're into, like, small furry critters. And then you go solve puzzles and enjoy a world. And it looks like you play a ghost of some kind.
Casper makes friends. That's what I'm getting from this.
Yeah,
Casper
kind
and
of.
friends.
With some, like, light combat and puzzle solving.
You could also be a rabbit with a pilot's jacket and a wrench.
I mean, that's
Also,
pretty
at, what second is it? At about, like, 59 seconds, that truck just reminds me of the staple removers. Like,
Yeah.
I look at that, I just give it, it's a staple remover on wheels.
Yeah.
It's-
All
this
right,
looks like
next-
fun. I'm probably gonna pick this up.
Yeah, it does. Next up is Tanuki Pond Summer,
I've
which
seen
we have
this
seen before.
Yeah, I'm actually very keen for this. It looks adorable, and you can ride around as a little Tanuki on a bike.
This trailer specifically is to show off some of the other things you can do other than just deliver mail on a bike.
You can cut sick tricks on your treadly.
The second I saw, like, shred it, I'm like, oh god, someone grew up in the Tony Hawk days.
But yeah, it's trying to show off, like, there's other little mini games and things for you to play. It's not just this one concept.
Yeah.
And yeah, it looks cute and fun, and there's probably a reasonable chance I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Next up is Wuro, which I'm not particularly hyped to pick up.
I don't know what this is.
So as far as I can tell, it seems like it's going to be you listening to a story and then filling in parts of the world with, like, wooden versions of the things.
I could see giving this to a young child, maybe.
This is
I
like
don't know.
a find an object game in reverse, where you've got the objects and you find where they go.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting from this game. I don't know if that's correct, but it's definitely the vibe I'm getting.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be to me.
All I know for certain is I am not their target demographic. So
No.
Yeah. Next up is Echo Weaver,
I'm gonna weave them echoes.
which just looks like another side-scroller Metroidvania. Which I know I sound really derogatory to, because I do actually like those, but the problem I find is a lot of studios have really lifted the bar on what those games can be,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah.
it's kind of...
So
hard
even a
to look
really
at it and
good
go-
one now ends up in the middle of the field because there's some fucking amazing ones out there.
Oh
Yeah, I mean, Salt and Sanctuary, Blasphemous, Nine Souls. It's like, yeah,
Nine Souls is
a
good.
few too many of these companies have done really well, and so just because your little indie thing's got like cool like art style and a Krull style glyph, it's like it's not enough anymore to get me hype. But that's like someone like me who plays like a lot of games. I'm sure people who play less or like this is their jam. Much like I buy every boomer shooter. It's probably going to be quite good. It looks nice. Like the art style looks great.
It does.
I'm just not that hyped for that gameplay loop.
Yeah. I might get it if on sale or something. But
Next up is Hurdling.
we've seen like bits of this before. Was this the same guys who made Last Guardian?
No, and I don't think I've never seen this before until I watched this trailer list.
I swear we've talked about Hurdling before. I may be
I mean,
misremembering.
if we have, it's been a while.
Yeah. It looks like fun. It looks pretty.
It looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
you collect monsters.
Basically driving a herd across a country.
Yeah, you basically seem to be making sure the herd of cows get wherever they're going.
Instead of a cowpoke, you're a yakpoke.
It is a weird looking game.
Yeah. Next up is Creepy Redneck Dinosaur Mansion 3.
Why do I want this?
Is it just a Connect 3 game?
Yeah, it's just Connect 3 game, and you're attacking redneck dinosaurs.
This looks like a knockoff phone game. Like, this looks like the knockoff of a knockoff on a game you've played on your phone once.
It really
does. Did you guys ever play... Oh, fuck, what was it
Creepy
called?
Redneck Dinosaur Adventure 1? No, I didn't.
I missed that one.
There was a really big group... no, it's not going to come to my brain now. There was a game that, like, popularized this style of using the Bejeweled thing to, like, fight.
Puzzle Quest.
Ripped it off, Seth. That was it, Puzzle Quest.
Yeah, I played a lot of Puzzle Quest.
So it looks like it's really aping Puzzle Quest.
Yeah,
it's just a different skin.
Yeah, they made a lot of spin-offs of Puzzle Quest, like Marvel, Star Wars, D&D. There's a whole heap of them out there.
Yep. Next up is Blueprints, which is this weird game that's a puzzle game, but you kind of mess with the blueprints of the setting. I'm unclear how this game's supposed to work.
Wait. You're building runes, and your name is the Blueprints.
Yes.
My brain only just caught that. It's been a long day. My brain just goes, it's a thing!
But they say in there you need to find the 46 rooms in a 45-room mansion.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing you solve puzzles and unlock a new room, to which you solve a new puzzle to unlock a new room.
Yeah.
I kind of like that gameplay loop, though. It's always fun.
I'm just curious to see how it's going to come together as a final product.
Mm.
Or if
the concept sounds interesting, but I can't see how it's going to work mechanically.
I reckon that's how you unlock new rooms, but then you'll have to have the rooms in a certain order to unlock certain puzzles to do the next one. Yeah. So it'll be a puzzle in a puzzle in a puzzle.
Yeah.
I might pick this up. I like puzzle games. I suck at them, but I like them.
Next up is Wax Heads, which just looks like another one of these super niche, like, kind of popularized by, like, Papers, Please style thing, where it's, like, minimum, like the arts, God, I sound like such a jackass when I say, like, minimum work, but, like, this game looks gorgeous. Like, it's definitely got the love in it from the people who made it, but I feel like that love is directed at a really specific group of people who like records, and those people are going to eat well. Like, it's going to be great for them, but I feel like as someone who's not that, I'd be very left out.
In a Venn diagram, there looks like it's a game for people who like records and the aesthetic of Scott Pilgrim.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Which they tend to overlap pretty well anyway.
Next up is Tempopo.
Look, 10 out of 10 for the name. It's a very nice sounding name in the mouth.
Yeah, it rolls off well. And it seems like you just need to get your guys to their exit point, but it's all sort of happening at the same time.
And there's a weird child in the corner.
Well, I think the child's supposed to be the one controlling them with some kind of tempo.
It looks like a rhythm Lemmings. Everything seems to be happening at a beat.
Yeah.
Interesting. But for a second I saw her in the corner, like, what is this? A VTuber has appeared? What's happening?
Nah. I think she's supposed to be the one conducting the things to do their thing.
That makes sense.
Next one is...
There's a dev breakdown of Ultimate Sheep, but
yeah, no,
I don't care about those.
Now, the next one's Despelote?
Despelote? Is it a soccer game?
Looks like it.
Not clear.
It might be a like.
It's certainly chosen an art style.
That is an art style. I will say that. I don't know what this is.
It's weird.
It's probably someone's thing. I don't think I'll get it.
The next trailer, I'm not particularly a fan of because it's supposed to be kind of a meta trailer. The idea is they're advertising this game called The Alters, but the idea of this trailer is the characters within the game are playing the game.
Nah.
I don't think it does a good job of selling the game.
No.
On the other hand, the next game I think Swoosh might actually be interested in, which is The Last Caretaker.
I do like Lost things.
So basically the whole world's gone to shit, and then you have this one little robot that needs to go around and collect stuff and shoot it into space to try and
You
help
are Wally.
what's left of humanity.
I was going to say, I get to play as Wally? This is amazing!
Yeah.
I'm in. When's this come out? I want it now.
Don't
take
think
12.
Don't think it has a release date. There is some light combat because there are hostile robots and things.
Yeah.
And like a weird biomechanical shark at one point. So I'm like, this looks kind of crazy.
Coming soon to early access, apparently. You're going on the wish list, buddy.
But yeah, I saw that and was like, pretty sure Swoosh will probably like this. I feel like it's going to slot nicely into his I need to destroy the world and rebuild it mentality.
That does happen a lot when I'm playing games. First I destroy it, then I play a new game where I then clean a crime scene, and then I make a new world.
Now we're into the TV show block, if we want to go through it.
I will have a quick squiz. I mean, we knew there was going to be an Until Dawn movie.
So the next one, the first actual trailer is the In the Lost Lands one, which is the new thing starring Dave Bautista.
Oh yeah, I saw this pop up, and I'm not expecting much.
I'm not, but I'm just happy.
Dave Bautista and is that Mila, whatever her fucking name is?
Mila Djokovic.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Standing at the bar with him.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. I was looking at something else.
Was this made by U-Ball?
No.
I don't know what this show is.
Try to. Yeah, and neither do I. That's kind of the problem I have with a lot of the trailers they have in this little bit. They're like really early snippet things. They don't really show you anything. Next one's Mayfair Witches.
I think it's like a second season thing, is it?
Probably, I don't know. I kind of skipped over this stuff when I was originally watching them because, like, I'm just not that particularly interested in these things.
Yeah, I'm just skimming through things at the moment, just to, have a look. But there's another Walking Dead, isn't there?
That Mayfair Witches, looking at like the female character there, if they'd replaced her with Aisling B, I think it just would have added, like, I don't know, she's funny as fuck to me. But yeah, I don't know why. It just clicked in my head. I'm sure she's a great actor, who it is. But yeah.
Last Breath looks kind of interesting, but I like kind of like diver stuff.
Yeah.
The next
I do like this. They're very weird, claustrophobic.
The next game trailer is Heartworm. Which looks like someone really, really wanted to do Western Fatal Frame.
Oh, that's kind of painful to look at.
Yeah, it really went. It went for like PS1 graphics.
Oh.
And all of the like locked camera angles and the whatnot. And she fights the evil things with the camera. It's just like, yeah, okay. You definitely played an awful lot of Resident Evil and Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's an audience for it. I'm not it.
No.
And that's bad because I like Resident Evil and I like Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. I've grown past this art style. Next up is Pathologic 3 Quarantine, which I don't understand why exists.
What? I haven't think I've played any of the Pathologic games.
I doubt you have. They're incredibly niche games. The first one is just batshit insane with one of the weirdest endings I've ever seen. The second one is ostensibly a remake of the first one, but with more focused content. So what the fuck is the third one? Did you distill it again?
It's the second game that never happened. Remastered.
I'm happy that they keep putting out stuff because apparently they keep making money, but I just keep being like, why do these games exist?
There's got to be a market somewhere for them, I guess.
Next up is It Was You.
It was you!
Which I'm not entirely clear what is as far as the game goes. Because it looks like a game in which, you're in a haunted mansion and people can get possessed. And if I was watching this trailer and I just went through it, I'd say it's going to be an Among Us type game.
Yeah.
But a lot of the characters look more like NPCs than other players. So I'm like, I don't know.
And I'm not sure what they're going for.
If it is a single player game, it seems like it wants to do an Among Us style mystery game.
Hmm.
And if it's a multiplayer game, it's just exactly what it looks like. But I'm unclear.
It's asymmetric multiplayer. One person has powers, the others have to find them.
I was right.
Damn it.
Next up is a title I never thought I'd ever see. I watched it, I had the thing full screen when I was originally watching these trailers. I'm like, what the fuck is this game? Minimized it to check the title, and War of the Worlds Siberia?
Yep! It's just War of the Worlds with rations.
But, in Siberia, it's just...
Oh,
okay.
man. I think I'm going to get this.
Oh, look, I have to check this out. Oh, God. I guess that's the advantage of public domain books, isn't it? You can just do whatever.
Yeah.
Do you suppose the aliens that are blaming the Russians for invading?
Yeah, definitely.
Next up is Total Chaos, which is a very bizarre looking game.
It is.
It's a ghost ship game.
What do you mean?
Just that opening thing, like when the flashes come through the opening window, it looks like there's ghosts on the ship.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely got a dark horror vibe, which I'm into, but apparently it looks like the world can reconfigure if you're not looking at it. And yeah, I'm not clear what's going on, but I'm intrigued, but I like horror games.
Yeah. I mean, I'll happily sit there and laugh at you playing this one.
Next up is the first Berserker Kazan.
Just quickly skimming past one thing. Fire Force Season 3. I'm keen. I want this.
Hell yeah. And I mean, first Berserker is just showing off more and more of, yep, it's going to be a pretty cool character action game. Looks nice.
It's giving me Monkey Magic vibes. Oh, not Monkey Magic. Wukong vibes.
Yeah.
I reckon that could be fun.
Next up is... I'm going to butcher this. Wuchang Fallen Feathers?
This is a gorgeous game.
We literally just said Wukong, now there's Wu Chang.
Well, the thing is...
It's more Chinese mythology. I'm loving this.
Yeah. Bring it on.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of keen for that.
Next up is Star of Providence.
This is like old school arcade.
Yeah.
Definitely a bullet hell. I might pick it up on sale.
And now we're getting into just sort of like the leftover trailers for things like Survivor and interviews and whatnot, and playlists.
Devil May Cry, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's some stuff that might interest people, but we decided we'd just stick to the game stuff.
Yeah. I'm keen for a few of those things, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. There might be some more stuff on there by the time I upload this, because ING's just been, like, adding some extra trailers as they've been coming out. But yeah, at the time of recording, we're done. That's it. There is some TV show and movie trailers in there if you feel like watching them in your own time. But yeah, looks good. I'm always happy to see indies putting out some cool shit.
Oh yeah, I'm always keen for that.
And that's it. We're well past an hour. You got more than you usually do.
Got an extra
We'll
20%.
we'll definitely wrap that up here. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
See ya.